Hello folks and welcome to The Real World. My name is Cameron. Thank you so much for joining me on this very special edition of The Real World. We're covering all the new movies I just got from Kino Lorber. Thanks so much for joining me. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on the video. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell so you get notified of all our videos here at The Real World. We're all about physical media, as you can tell from the shelves behind me. We're also just all about movies. So we've got a movie podcast. We've got all kinds of different playlists that cover everything in the realm of cinema. Today we're looking at some new Blu-rays I just got. These are from a company called Kino Lorber. They're a boutique Blu-ray label. Much like the Criterion Collection, a lot of people know about them. Others like, Shout Factory. There's a few others out there that basically take movies and put out a brand new Blu-ray remaster of the film. New video quality, new sound quality, remastered. New special features also are included in a lot of these. Packaging can be unique as well. So they're just kind of the top of the line, best of the best when it comes to home video. For physical media enthusiasts like me, they're one of the best. So really happy to add a lot more films to my collection from them. So let's kick it right off with the oldest film that I purchased from them is The Mark of Zorro. So this is the original Zorro movie, the feature film starring Tyrone Power, who was a huge star back in the 30s, 40s. He was, one of the biggest movie stars around. Linda Darnell, Basil Rathbone is in this as well. And Ruben Mamoulian directed this. It's a action-adventure film, but it's not as action-packed as you might expect. It's actually a very character-driven film. We really get to know who Zorro is behind the mask before we see him in the full, hat and cape and sword. It's a romantic film. It's a romantic story. It's from 1940. It is all black and white. The film is 94 minutes long, has a 1:33:1 aspect ratio. It is a full 1080p resolution, high definition film. So they've done a great job restoring it. Obviously, it's quite an old movie, but it looks and sounds great. This is great artwork too. I like how they usually use the original poster art, which for some reason a lot of movies nowadays don't. Not that posters today are that great anyway, but posters used to be, works of art. Guys like Drew Struzan were kind of the last one to really do that. There's a few out there that still do it, Matt Ferguson and others like him, but really enjoy the artwork there. The back cover there is nice too. They always include a couple of images from the film, a plot synopsis, and then special features. We've got an audio commentary here. We've got a Tyrone Power documentary about his life called The Last Idol. And then several trailers. They always include several trailers on their Blu-ray releases as well. So yeah, just a nice set. I like the uniform. You'll notice, I'll show you at the end, all the spines are uniform. The discs are as well. It's got the Kino Lorber Studio Classics logo there with the title of the film down there at the bottom. So yeah, I really like the kind of uniformity of it. It looks nice on the shelf when they're all lined up. I'm going to put them all together up here. And so yeah, that's the first one I wanted to show off, The Mark of Zorro, which of course basically acts as the origin story to The Mask of Zorro and The Legend of Zorro, which came out several decades later. But these are the ones I grew up watching with Antonio Banderas. Martin Campbell directed these, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Anthony Hopkins' character in the first one is kind of supposed to be this Zorro, Banderas takes on the mantle, kind of passing of the torch film, if you will. But so I've got the Zorro trilogy now, I guess you could say, which is neat. So that's that one. Then we're going to move into kind of staying in the same vein, a film from the 1950s starring Errol Flynn, who most know as Robin Hood. I've got this great silver screen icons collection. It's 4 films: Captain Blood, The Adventures of Robin Hood, The Seahawk, and Adventures of Don Juan. Adventures of Robin Hood I actually have on Blu-ray as well, but I wanted to have the rest of these. A lot of these haven't ever come to the Blu-ray format, and it's a 2-disc set, but it features, Flynn's best movies, I would say. This one I have not seen. It is Against All Flags. So this is the new one I got on Blu-ray from Kino. Really nice artwork, really colorful, fun, imaginative, inventive artwork there. Anthony Quinn is in this as well. Flynn and his day was the big action hero, as you can tell from those other films I just mentioned. Maureen O'Hara hadn't really done a big action adventure film like this, so it's really good though. She's great in it. It's all Technicolor. You can see there on the back cover a couple of images from the film. Beautiful looking movie. It does have an audio commentary. It also has a trailer. This one's from 1952. It's 84 minutes long, 137 by 1 aspect ratio, known as the Academy aspect ratio. Full HD restoration here. So I'm really excited to watch this one. Again, this one I haven't seen, so this was a blind buy, but I'm such a huge fan of the actors involved. It was kind of a no-brainer. So yeah, I'm really excited to put this one in the player and see how it looks and how it sounds. So really excited about that one. Moving on to one of my favorite actors ever. He's in movies like It's a Wonderful Life. He's also in films such as The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. It is, of course, James Stewart. And before he did The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, which was one of the later Westerns he did, I don't think it was quite the last one, but he was in movies like Broken Arrow. And Broken Arrow is one of his best films. I think it is a really, really well done Western. The way it deals with Native American characters is really progressive for its time. And so this is a full 2K restoration. It's from 1950, 93 minutes long. This one's also in full color, so it's not a black and white Western. It's 133 by 1 aspect ratio, and it's nominated for 3 Academy Awards, including Best Supporting Actor, Best Color Cinematography, and Best Screenplay. This is directed by Delmer Daves, one of my favorite directors, especially of Westerns. The Westerns he did, 3:10 to Yuma, I mean, just that right there was one of the greatest Westerns of all time. I've got the Criterion Blu-ray of that film. But Broken Arrow, I would put right up there pretty close with his best movies he ever directed. And like I said, one of James Stewart's best as well. So really, really good film. Next up, also from James Stewart, directed by Anthony Mann, who we worked with several times. It's Bend of the River. Bend of the River is, have you ever played Oregon Trail? This is Oregon Trail the movie. You know, if they would turn that video game into a movie, this would be it. I remember playing that game all the time as a kid. So this is a really, really fun, adventure-based Western film. Arthur Kennedy, Julia Adams, Rock Hudson, the 50s heartthrob. Rock Hudson is in this. This one is another one in color. So it's great, great looking. Does have another audio commentary and trailers as well. It's from 1952. It is 91 minutes long, 137 by 1 aspect ratio, and really, really good stuff here. Again, he teamed up with Anthony Mann on several films. Anthony Mann was a great director. The Furies is probably my favorite Western he ever did, but This one's another blind buy, so I'm excited to watch it. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard good things, so I'll let you know how that is. The last one from James Stewart, starring James Stewart, is one of my family's favorite films. We've watched it so many times over the years, and I'm glad to finally have it on Blu-ray for the first time. It is Shenandoah. Shenandoah is a great Western film about a family caught in the middle between the North and the South. And James Stewart is the patriarch of this family, all of his children and their wild antics in the war. It is really well done. This one's from 1965, so this is an older James Stewart, even past what he did with Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, which was 62. So we get a great Stewart here. It's one of his best performances. It's unique, he's more weary in this film. It's really good stuff. Andrew V. McLaglen directed it. He directed McClintock with Maureen O'Hara and John Wayne. He did The Way West. He did a bunch of great Western films, as well as The Wild Geese, which is a great World War II movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend that one. So yeah, this one is another great film. It says on the back here, an anti-war pro-family Western. It's a great summation of this movie. It's one of my favorites of all time. Might be Jimmy Stewart's best movie outside of It's a Wonderful Life, maybe. It's a personal favorite. I'm so glad it has a Blu-ray release now. We can watch it in high definition. So that's that one. And then one more I picked up. Another Western. I'm a huge Western fan, if you can't tell. Wanted to expand my Western collection because I don't have enough of them, and there's just so many good ones out there. This is William Wyler's The Big Country. This is a epic Western, newly remastered in HD. It's great cover art there. The entire cast. You got Gregory Peck, Gene Simmons, Carol Baker, Charlton Heston, who we'll talk about in just a minute, one of my favorite actors, and Burl Ives. If you know Burl Ives from, the Rudolph, Rankin and Bass claymation animated Christmas specials, he's in that. He's the snowman. He does all the songs in that. This one is packed with bonus features, audio commentary, 60-minute documentary on the director, William Wyler, outtakes. It's got several interviews with multiple members of the cast, a featurette, animated image gallery, theatrical trailer, tons of bonus features on this one. This one was released in 1958. It's 166 minutes, so, close to 3 hours. Like I said, it's an epic story. There's a lot of characters here, as you can tell from the cover. And it's a sprawling kind of, just as the title suggests, a big movie. It's really just beautifully shot, really well made on every level. So, Charlton Heston, I mentioned him because he worked with William Wyler just a year after this on one of my favorite movies ever made, Ben-Hur. So that's the connection here. Same actor-director pairing as Ben-Hur. So without this, we probably wouldn't have gotten this, which is, again, one of my favorite movies ever made. If you haven't seen it, it's a must-see. So, Big Country, I'm glad to add that. One thing that's unique about it is you can see the disc is the same, but the inside, they actually included a reversible artwork of the original poster, which I'm so glad that they do that. So you can just flip it right around here in the Blu-ray case, and you can have a whole nother look to the film sitting on your shelf there. Even though the spine is the same, if you pull it out, you'll get new artwork there, which is great. That's really cool for collectors like me. That's huge. When they add in little things like that, and not all of their movies have that. This is the only one in this set that has that. I do own a couple of other Kino films, and I wanted to show you those real quick as well. The first one I ever bought, because it was the only place I could find it, and it was a movie I had heard so much about. I'm a huge sci-fi fan, and I was getting a lot into noir films, and this is a combo, sci-fi noir. It's called Alphaville. This is a French film from the 60s, 65 this came out. All black and white, but you can see the artwork is the same on the spine there. And there's another one with reversible art. So you can flip this around as well, and you can have a whole new cover for your Blu-ray case. So there you go. They do their own artwork, and then they include the original poster as well, which is cool. So I wanted to show you that one. Then the other one I just got, if you watched my March movie haul video, I got this one for my birthday. It is Secret of the Incas, the film that inspired Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indiana Jones is inspired by this film. There's another Charlton Heston movie. This one has a slip cover, which is it's the only one I have with a slip cover, and it's cool that it has it because it again is two different covers there, different artwork inside the original poster. So it's really neat how they did that there with this film. So yeah, really nice Blu-rays. It's they keep them pretty simple, but and they're not all packed with bonus features. Criterion, a lot of other ones are known for packing in the bonus features, but a lot of these Kino films, especially these the Studio Classics label that you'll see there, they're older movies, so they're a lot harder to find, and they're harder to get B-roll for. They didn't really do a lot of behind the scenes interviews and featurettes back in the 30s, 40s, 50s. So they don't have as many bonus features as some other boutique Blu-ray labels are known for having, but they always do top-notch video audio quality. They always stay very true to the filmic quality. They don't take out all the grain and do all the digital noise reduction like some do. They try to make it new and make it look good as it can, without sacrificing the original intent and what the filmmakers wanted the film to look like, which I think is important. So that's it, folks. That's the entire collection. Let me get them all together here. Those are my Kino Lorber films currently. I'm looking to add many more to them in the future, but I like, again, the uniformity there. Looks very nice. It'll look great on the shelf. Which one do you like if you've seen them? If you haven't seen them, which one do you want to see? Leave a comment below. Be happy to have a conversation with you there. Make sure you like the video, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified of all our videos, and we'll see you next time right here on The Real World.